On Friday night, it was Alabama's Alexis Papillo that had the big hit to propel the Tide to a win. But Arkansas came back with a vengeance on Saturday behind 7 RBIs from Dakota Kennedy, setting up an epic Game 3 between these two top 10 foes. You're watching college softball on the SEC Network. All weekend long, it's been one battle after another in front of a packed house, and that sets up an epic rubber match between number 6 Alabama and the 9th-ranked Arkansas Razorbacks. And we are pleased to welcome you back to the booth here at Rhodes Stadium. Greg Robertson alongside the 3-time All-American Kaylee Tao. Partner, through 2 games, we've seen just about everything that can happen on a softball field, and now we get one more matchup.
It has been wild, and we've seen some big-time performances from some big-time players. I'm just wondering how these two teams are going to one-up it today.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see if Dakota Kennedy can keep it rolling for Arkansas, because she has been outstanding all weekend long.
Well, we talk about big-time players. It's been Dakota Kennedy for Arkansas. You see the stat line, 5 for 9, 2 doubles, 2 homers. One of those was a grand slam in the 7th yesterday to close out that game, and 7 RBIs. She has been amazing this weekend for the Arkansas lineup.
But amazing for Alabama has been Jocelyn Brisky. Her performance in Game 1 was magnificent.
All of her stuff was working. She was going to the rise ball a lot because she was moving it through the zone. She was popping the glove at 70 miles an hour. And those 14Ks, she had herself a night on Friday. So this is the story. How does Jocelyn Brisky come back on Sunday and face this Arkansas lineup for a second time?
It will be the junior getting the ball for Patrick Murphy, the Phoenix, Arizona native. Has won SEC Pitcher of the Week already this season and trying to top what was a magnificent performance, as we said, in Game 1.
She's one of the rare pitchers in softball that can truly move the ball up and down. She has as good of a rise ball as she does a drop ball, and she can also mix in her changeup. Oh, and she does throw it up in the 70s, so very hard for hitters to adjust between the top of the zone, bottom of the zone, and that nasty changeup.
High energy at Rhodes for Game 3. And a first pitch strike off and running here in Tuscaloosa. And Courtney Deifel has shifted a few things in her starting lineup. Kennedy moves up to the 4 spot. 1 through 4. Struggled on Friday against Brisky, but outstanding in Game 2.
And that's what you need if you want to win big-time games. You need your big-time players to show up. That was the difference for Arkansas between a Friday night loss and yesterday's win.
Yeah, Reagan Johnson, a big difference maker in Game 2. Senior out of Kansas City, Texas. 3-time All-SEC. 2 for 7 in the series. Has drawn a walk, but down 1-2 against Brisky. Slap to short. Hawkins, 1 down. That brings up the freshman Brinley Bain, who had the big swing in Game 2 to put Arkansas ahead 8-7. Solo homer out to center field. Bain saw her season-long reach base streak snapped after Game 1, and she responded well in Game 2. Was 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs and 4 runs against Alabama on Saturday.
She took a very mature cut on that solo home run yesterday, and you know, it's just a learning experience when you have a Friday night where you're not as successful in the SEC. How do you come back on Saturday? And she was a difference maker yesterday.
Another hard shot to Hawkins, but she's up to the task. 2 down. As we take a look at Courtney Deifel, in her 11th season in Fayetteville, has taken this program to new heights. All-time leader in wins, 2-time Coach of the Year, won the SEC regular season title twice, 4 super regional trips, has done a great job with this program in her 11 years, and coaching a team that has lost 1 road series since the start of 2021. That was last year at Ole Miss.
Well, she's just a winner, and you know, you talk to her about her team, and they're not doing ordinary stuff. Yesterday, 14 runs, so many good responses, and that's what she expects from her team, because that's the culture that she has built at Arkansas since she's gotten there.
Hard shot by McDowell out to right. Roman will keep it to a single, but the All-American is aboard with a 2-out base hit.
And a big deal because McDowell struggled against Jocelyn Brisky on Friday night. This pitch over the heart of the plate. Ella McDowell a little late, but it helps her out. Goes down the right field line. She's in with a single.
And here is the matchup. Brisky versus Kennedy. Sacramento, California native, 2-time All-American, as we've mentioned, all-conference in the Pac-12, Big 12, and I would think well on her way in the SEC, because this weekend she's hitting .714 with those 7 RBIs that came in Game 2, a career high.
There's that changeup from Brisky. I like that location, being very fine with Dakota Kennedy. Just the respect, throwing her an off-speed pitch. Again, great location.
You would think Alabama will be very careful with Kennedy all day long.
Absolutely. You never want to let the other team's best player beat you. And I've said it multiple times, Dakota Kennedy, big-time player and feeling it right now.
Two. Smack to second. Young is there, side retired. Arkansas scoreless in the top of the first. Bama bats coming up when we return. The sophomore righty out of Eugene, Oregon in the circle, Peyton Burnham.
Burnham likes to spin the ball through the zone. You see there 22 Ks to 5 walks. So she's throwing a lot of strikes. You'll see her stuff right here again, very spinny. She has a drop ball, and her changeup is very good when it's located right there at the bottom of the knees. Doesn't throw it very hard, but very spinny and can move it throughout the zone. Her best pitch, though, is going to be her rise ball. She goes to it a lot, can throw it for a strike and on multiple levels.
And we saw Burnham appear in Game 1 through 36 pitches, win an inning and 2/3. Gave up a couple earned runs. Starting off with Audrey Vandegrift at the top of the order for Alabama, and it feels, Kaylee, like she is the key today. So far hitless in the series, having a tough start to conference play, but if Alabama wants to win, she's got to be on base.
You're absolutely right. You saw for the series. She's the All-American in this Alabama lineup, and when she's able to set the table, then you've got the RBI producers behind her that can do their job. She is really the key piece that turning it on would mean success for Alabama today.
Little high, 2-2.
Feels like today a little more of the same from Vandegrift. I think the difference between what you're seeing right now and when she has a lot of success is these pitches are getting really deep on her. The swing feels a little reactionary, and there's a lot of foul balls, whereas she needs to catch that ball out in front, try to take it right back up the middle.
Well, again, you want to talk about the importance of Vandegrift reaching. She's been on base a couple times, even though without a hit. She's scored 2 runs this weekend. And she'll draw a walk. She's fired up, and she's at first base.
And this is what you do if you're the leadoff and you're in a little bit of a slump. You find any way you can to get on base and start the offense for your team. Does a good job battling there, a few foul balls, finds her way over to first base.
That sets up Brooke Wells. We've talked a lot about this week's SEC Player of the Week, the Houston transfer out of Round Rock, Texas. on the series, 2 for 5 with a couple RBIs. And the conference play batting average currently sits at .643 with a .737 OBP against SEC teams.
She has such a quiet swing, so much natural power, and that allows for her eyes to be really dialed in. You can tell she sees the ball really well, sees it deep, and then she just allows a quick turn on her backside and a lot of extra base hits with her power.
Cue ball. Davison's got it. She makes the one play she has, and Vandergriff is in scoring position with 1 out.
It's not necessarily what you want from your RBI producer, but because it's a slow roller, it almost works like a sacrifice bunt because of the speed of Audrey Vandergriff. Ends up being a productive out.
Well, while Wells is certainly an RBI producer, Alabama's RBI leader is stepping in now. Alexis Papillo, the senior from Crystal Lake, Illinois. Kind of fitting, she celebrated game 1 on Friday the 13th with that big swing, a 3 RBI double that helped Alabama to the 4-1 win.
Good location there from Burnham, low and out. At the beginning of the game, you're establishing the zone, and if she's getting that call, it's going to be a good day.
That just skipped right over Patrick Murphy in the third base coaching box. I always marvel at how coaches are just so unfazed anytime a ball is hit in their direction at any point.
Well, it's his 28th season. I think he's had a few balls hit over at him over those 28 years.
Papillo this year batting .412 with runners in scoring position. And Burnham misses the edge, full count.
But I love that location with 2 strikes. You know Papillo is a big bat for Alabama. She's dancing around the zone, trying to get her to fish.
Jam job towards center field, and Johnson makes the grab for out number 2. So Burnham looking to get out of it after the leadoff walk. 2 gone, she'll face the freshman, Anna Roman. The Florida native, the reigning SEC freshman of the week, hasn't gotten a ton to hit here this weekend. 2 for 4 with an RBI and 3 walks in the series.
They're quietly doing very well. I mean, 2 for 4, still very good.
To second, Davison in time. Both teams scoreless through 1, and we go to the second in game 3 of this series. Of this wacky and wild series between Alabama and Arkansas. It's Oscars Sunday, so we thought that we would provide a little Oscar of our own. After the game, we will give whoever we talk to this tiny Oscar, star of the game. And we've seen a lot of stars really pop off this weekend, Kaylee, on both sides. I feel like anyone can take home the award today.
Absolutely. It's been great pitching, great hitting, and we have picked some awards ourselves. Best Picture, Best Pitcher, Jocelyn Brisky. Best Lead Actress, Dakota Kennedy, for the work she's done, and Best Supporting Actress, Alexis Papillo, on Friday night.
Yeah, we thought Best Picture, Best Pitcher, that just made sense.
You know.
Certainly what Brisky did Friday. Dakota Kennedy has been the star both ways in terms of putting up the big numbers. And then, you know, Alexis Papillo doing her best Amy Madigan impersonation, providing that support, and as we talked about Friday, doing it behind Brooke Wells, really providing that protection and that support in the lineup for Alabama.
Absolutely, it was key. I mean, if a team can just walk Brooke Wells and there's nobody there behind her to protect her, then you're not able to find that rhythm in your lineup. But they have that fear of, oh, if we walk Brooke, do we want to face Alexis Papillo? So very key for her to come through in those situations. And we had a fun time picking out the Oscars.
Look, I'm not a voter for the real thing, so this is as close as it gets for me. Arkansas trying to start something, 5, 6, 7. Tiana Bell is hitless in the series. Bit of a surprise. She came in scorching hot. That's a hot shot to third, handled by Hubbard, and a nice scoop by Wells for out number 1.
The defense has been very clean so far on this Alabama infield. Tiana Bell scorches this ball over to Maddie Hubbard, doesn't catch it cleanly, but picks it up with her glove and throws it over to first for the out.
First pitch strike to Kaylee Wyckoff, senior out of Katy, Texas. One for 6 in the series. Has struck out 5 times. Now quickly down 0-2. Little high, 1-2.
This one really close from Brisky. I don't know where that missed, maybe a little up.
Brian Sewell is behind the plate today. Lyndon Baptiste at first. Antonio Flores at third. Interesting weekend for the umpiring crew. Lots of checking the rule book. No confusion there. Strikeout looking on a dirty change from Brisky.
This is the nasty changeup, and it's the location just falling off the table at the bottom part of the zone. Nothing Wyckoff can do. Strikeout looking.
First K for Brisky as Italia Rijo fouls off the first pitch. What a story this young lady is. Senior out of Horseheads, New York. Has been a steady presence for Courtney Deifel throughout her career. Outside of her sophomore year, didn't get a ton of time then, but the last 2 seasons has been ever reliable at short. And a big home run in game 2 in the 7th. She pops up the change. Young will make the grab. 3 up, 3 down for Brisky. Way up. You would be correct, Kaylee Tao. These charts really show how the offenses are running the show in college softball this year.
Yeah, you're looking at it. Since 2022, the average up, the slugging percentage is way up, and then at-bats per home run, so more home runs in less at-bats. The hitting has just continued to get better and better year after year with the technology, and as the athletes just keep getting stronger and better, you know, the next generation has to keep up, and it's just how can we continue to one-up in this game, and the hitting as a whole has just been growing and growing.
It's always interesting to see the trends in the sport, and a lot of people are talking about home runs this year. Oklahoma is certainly threatening to break the single season record that the Sooners hold, 161. Don't sleep on UCLA, who's closing in on 100 already. Feels like Jordan Woolery and Megan Grant have hit 80% of those this year.
Absolutely, it's been a home run fest, and I think, you know, the bats have gotten better, the athletes have gotten stronger, the technology is there, and so we've just seen the numbers continue to grow year after year, and Oklahoma's been pacing that.
Hawkins, it won't be a home run, but it might be extra bases. Salem Hawkins leadoff double. She moved up to the 5 spot. And it's paying off for Alabama here in the second inning.
We're talking about the power. This is power right here from Saylin Hawkins. A pitch elevated. She does exactly what she needs to do. Hits it out in front of her, off the wall, starts this inning with a double.
And a real opportunity for Maddie Hubbard. Bunts it foul.
And if you're a young player watching, the hitters this weekend are giving you the textbook way to hit a rise ball. Catching it out in front, cutting the spin, and hitting it into right center, left center gap, depending on if you're a righty or a lefty. But it has been some beautiful swings on the pitches up in the zone.
Well, and with those pitches up in the zone, we should note quite a windy day here in Tuscaloosa. A wind advisory in effect. Hubbard. Wind couldn't carry that over Rijo. One down. I mean, look at the flags right now out in the Brickyard and blowing pretty much straight out.
I personally used to love whenever I was facing a rise ball pitcher on a day like today, because if you catch a rise ball and you hit it hard, it has nowhere to go but off the wall, over the wall.
Nice pitch by Burnham to Marley Giles, the senior. One of the leaders on this Alabama team, but has struggled this weekend, 0 for 7 with a run scored.
Back-to-back changeups there from Burnham. See her mixing things up.
Do you go back to it in the dirt? Giles gets a hold of it to left. Murphy will send Hawkins. Alabama strikes first.
I wouldn't go back to the changeup. I would have went with a rise ball, but up above Giles' head. This is a rise ball that's right at her belt. Marley Giles just turns on it, gets it out into the green, and with the runner in scoring position, Saylin Hawkins is going to score all day on that. Welcome to the weekend, Marley Giles.
First hit of the series comes at a big time for the Tide, and now here's Jenna Young. Transfer out of Iowa, all-region selection last year, two-time first-team Big Ten. It's been an interesting weekend for Jenna Young. 1 for 4 in the series with a couple RBIs, but has gotten behind and counts a good bit against Arkansas pitching. This one's out towards Kennedy. 2 down. Up comes Lauren Johnson, junior from Franklin, Tennessee. Hitless in the series, but has executed a good bit down to the 9 spot. Johnson out towards right. Walker backs up and makes the grab right in front of the warning track. Alabama takes the lead. We'll see how Arkansas responds as we go to the 3rd in Tuscaloosa. Here at Rhodes Stadium, Alabama leads Arkansas 1-0 in this rubber match. Arkansas trying to answer, as they've done a lot this weekend, and certainly in the Courtney Deifel era in this rivalry. Look at the last 18 games, tied up at 9 apiece. 3 of the last 7 have gone to extras. 8 of the last 18 have been decided by 2 runs or less. And it has been just a knockdown, drag-out battle the last few seasons between these two programs. I have a lot of similarities, Kaylee. You look at the way that they've played over the last decade, just a lot in common between Arkansas and Alabama.
One commonalities between the cultures of the two teams. When you think about Alabama softball going way, way back, you always think about a very gritty team. They're going to come at you. They're always going to have good pitching, good defense. And then the same way with Arkansas here as of late with Coach Deifel, they don't go away. They continue to come at you. They're fighters, and that's a large reason why she has a couple SEC championships and really establishing this program at the top of the conference.
Arkansas trying to win a second straight series in Tuscaloosa against Alabama, but also incidentally be the only 2 series wins in Tuscaloosa in program history. And trying to, for the second time this year, come back and win a series after losing game 1. As we take a look at Ramsey Walker getting the start today, first start of the weekend for the Shreveport, Louisiana native.
When you think about having to come back and win 2 games after dropping the first one, the one thing that Coach Deifel hasn't been able to do with this program yet is go to a World Series. And what would it mean to have that type of experience playing in a super regional where if you do drop game 1, hey, we have experience multiple times coming back and winning 2 in a row. Brisky showing off her stuff right there for another strikeout. She is popping the glove. It's her drop ball on the outside corner, just painting the edge of the strike zone. Strike 3.
Second today, and now the 9-hole hitter, Carly Davison. First pitch is through the right side. So Carly Davison turns the lineup over in style. And it's a 1-out single, second hit today for Arkansas.
I like that approach from Davison. You could tell she was going up there expecting a drop ball, and with a pitcher like Brisky who can move it so well up and down, if you have less than 2 strikes, you have to sit on one half of the zone, whether it's the top or the bottom half. Davison, very confident swing on the first pitch of her at bat.
And it's really good to see Carly Davison okay after taking that hard shot on the hop off the bat of Brooke Wells yesterday. Got checked out for a time by the athletic trainer. She had a big welt on the side of her face, but Coach Deifel told us actually it was her sunglasses that really prevented much damage at all. The ball hit right on the edge, and that really helped her out, allowed her to stay in the game and play today.
And not just the physical toughness, but the mental toughness to steady yourself after taking a ball off your head and still be able to fearlessly play the game without that kind of lingering in the back of your mind.
She's on first for Reagan Johnson.
Really good spot from Brisky on 0-2. Not in the zone, but close enough. And Reagan Johnson, a good job laying off of that.
She can't find the 1-2. Third strikeout for Brisky, second here in the third.
The movement is just so nasty on that pitch. It looks like it's up, but to Reagan Johnson, that looks really good coming out of the hand and hard to catch up to when it's 70 miles an hour.
Strike 1 on Bain, who grounded out back in the first inning. And it's been an interesting journey for Jocelyn Brisky. Through a lot in her freshman year. However, she dealt with some injuries in the middle part of non-conference play. Sophomore year had a lot thrust upon her as kind of the go-to arm. And now this year, with the 2 talented freshmen behind, a little bit more room to breathe, and she's excelled.
Well, and not just the freshmen behind her on the pitching staff, but the offense too. You know, when you have offense that's putting up numbers like Alabama is, can pitch a lot more comfortably.
Bain trying to battle the 2-2. Change-up hit foul. And I think the best part about this weekend, Kaylee, it's the only top 10 matchup in the sport here this weekend, and the games have delivered. And so far, again, early doors here in Game 3, it's been the same type of energy.
I talked about it yesterday. It's these two teams not wanting to lose and just refusing to do so. Yesterday's game was so long because each team just kept punching back and responding to each other. That's exactly what you want to see in a top 10 game like this.
Bain stays alive. And you have the ever dangerous Ella McDowell waiting on deck.
And there's an era of pride to it too. It feels like blue blood versus new blood, and you know who's going to walk away with a series win here at one of the toughest places to play.
Over to Young, side retired. One out single does no damage. And we go to the bottom of the third, 1-0. First games of the year. Many congratulations to Grand Canyon, the final undefeated team in the country. Oklahoma did the thing again, storming back after trailing 5-1 against Auburn. Won Game 2 and well ahead, 14-2 in Game 3 right now, looking for the sweep against the Tigers. And in the Saturday, Sunday, Monday series, Game 1 between Texas A&M and LSU went to the Aggies in Baton Rouge. Really impressive showcase by Texas A&M against Jaden Heavner in the circle. LSU trying to find it.
Well, and the story for Tennessee is they have Carlin Pickens back today.
Yep.
In Game 3, so good to see her back and them winning Game 3 4-1.
Vandegrift looking for the gap, but Kennedy is there. Probably the best struck ball of the weekend for Audrey Vandegrift, but Dakota Kennedy wipes out a chance at a hit.
Yeah, Vandegrift struck this very hard out into left center. Dakota Kennedy so solid in left field, but if you're Vandegrift and you've been struggling, you have to use that good contact to get you out of something. Sometimes that's all it takes. I mean, you can get an error, a bunt, anything, or just some hard contact to feel like, hey, you know what? That swing felt good. That felt like the old me, and I'm back.
Wind still gusting, by the way, for Brooke Wells. He's quickly up 2-0. Interesting Friday. Barely any breeze at all. A little bit more in Game 2, but today it is gusty and pretty much straight out, a little right to left. Hard shot to first, and Bell will step on the bag for out number 2.
Arkansas has done really well at keeping Brooke Wells on the infield. It's been ground ball after ground ball, and with her power, she wants to elevate it. So very successful from the Arkansas pitching staff executing their plan.
Two quick outs for Burnham, and now Papillo sends it right to Walker in right. 3 up, 3 down against the top of the order. And we go to the 4th with Alabama leading by a run. Alabama leads Arkansas 1-0 as we go to the 4th. Gray Robertson and Kaylee Tao in the booth. Pleased to be joined by Arkansas head coach Courtney Deifel. Coach, you gave Peyton Burnham the balls to start this Game 3. What have you liked about her performance so far today?
Well, she's trusting her stuff. She's dealing a lot of strikes and dealing her defense. I think we missed a couple pitches, but she's super competitive. She wants the ball, and she's fighting her butt off for us right now.
In your team, a couple hard hit balls off Jocelyn Brisky already. What adjustments are you seeing from Friday to today?
Just really trusting the plan. Really trusting the plan, knowing what they're hunting and putting good swings on it, especially early in the count. They like to work ahead, and so I like our aggression. I like this fence bouncing on my hand. I like our presence, so we're just going to keep fighting.
Love it, Coach. Thank you for the time all weekend.
Thank you. We'll pick.
Courtney Deifel hanging on for dear life with that dugout fence rumbling as the Arkansas team tries to fire up the heart of the order. 3, 4, 5. McDowell, Kennedy, and Bell against Jocelyn Brisky. Through the middle, and that'll squeak in to center field. Ella McDowell is aboard to start the fourth.
With her second hit of the day. You know, Coach Steifel talking about the aggression. This is it right here. She gets the pitch she wants. It's over the heart of the plate, and she drives it right back where it came from. Very hard. No chance for anyone to make a play on that one.
And now round 2. Brisky and Dakota Kennedy. Round 1 led to a ground ball 4-3 putout back in the first. And again, what a difference a couple weeks makes for Kennedy. Got off to a tough start in her first year in Arkansas, but the last 8 games, ridiculous numbers. Waited on the change. There's 1, no chance for 2 with Kennedy's speed, but there's 1 down.
Jenny Young did a nice job staying down on that ball, making sure of 1 out.
Tiana Bell. It officially goes down as a ground out in the second, but it was a hard liner that was knocked down by Hubbard at third. Probably her best struck ball of the weekend. Three-pitch strikeout.
Well, this is how you combat the aggressiveness of a big swinging offense. You move the ball through the zone and you throw balls that look like strikes. Tiana Bell came up swinging, and Jocelyn Brisky throws it up above her head, gets the K.
And we've seen that a lot more of the changeup from Brisky as well.
And we're going to see it more and more as this game goes on. And that's the good thing about Jocelyn Brisky and what she brings. You know, she's throwing it very hard on Friday, didn't use her changeup a ton, and she can bring that out a lot more today to give these hitters a different look.
Brisky got Wyckoff looking in the second. It was a hit and run, and it pays off. Arkansas dials it up at the right time, and now the Hogs have 2 on with 2 out.
This is a perfectly executed hit and run. Kaylee Wyckoff is swinging all the way, no matter what. The runner takes off, and you want Salyn Hawkins to just cut to second base a little bit, not be able to make the play in the hole. Again, just perfect execution on both sides of the ball for Arkansas.
And now a ball that gets away from Giles. Well, a big moment all of a sudden for Italia Rijo with 2 in scoring position and 2 outs. Rijo popped out in the second. You see the average, 409 with runners in scoring position here this year. The 1-2. Called strike 3. Brisky pulls the string and catches Riho looking.
2 in scoring position, no problem for Jocelyn Brisky when she's pitching like this. Uses her changeup to stop the momentum. We'll see if Alabama can add when we come back.
Robertson and Kaylee Tao in the booth, and now Alabama head coach Patrick Murphy is on the mic with us. Coach, you struck first with that RBI for Marley Giles in the second inning. How important was that, A, for Marley to get that hit, but for the team to strike first in this game 3?
Well, number one, huge for her, and I'm sure she wishes it would have been yesterday on Marley Giles' day, but we love her either way. It was a big swing for her, so huge for us too.
Murph, you've got the pink sign right by you, and it's Power of Pink here. What do you want to say about what this day means to your program?
Well, kudos to Sarah Patterson, who is the godmother of the Power of Pink, who was a junior coach at Alabama and was a national champion too many times. But it was her brainchild, and we're really, really proud to carry on the tradition that she started probably 30 years ago.
Absolutely, Coach. Thank you for the time.
Yeah, thanks for being here, guys.
Alabama head coach Patrick Murphy. And the Power Pink ceremony went off beautifully in pregame. Both teams with signs. We've got our pink on up here, honoring breast cancer survivors and supporting the fight against that horrible disease.
What's so important, whether it's breast cancer, and you see the sign there, Jocelyn Brisky's mom, a survivor of breast cancer, Kayla Hunt, a legend here at Alabama, AC Atinka, former athletic trainer, all very close to this program and affected by breast cancer, but cancer in all forms will affect almost everyone in your lifetime. So a really important day to bring awareness and honor those people that have fought that courageous battle.
Yeah, really cool to have Power of Pink really be started at Alabama by Coach Patterson, like Coach Murphy talked about, but all the SEC teams have bought into it, and also you've got the All for Alex game in support of ovarian cancer awareness later on in the season that all the teams take part in. You'll see the teal uniforms probably in mid to late April.
And it's any opportunity to unite the programs in this conference with something like that. I used to love pink games or the teal games in the All for Alex because it's a chance for two teams to really unite against a common enemy and raise awareness for people who are fighting those battles.
Well, a battle at the plate is won by Anna Roman. She walks again this weekend. That's the 4th time.
And you could tell the respect that Arkansas has for such a young player in Anna Roman. No good pitches to hit. They know that she's already shown so much power and consistency so far this season.
So far, the lone run on the board was scored by this player, Salyn Hawkins. Led off the second with a double, came around on the Marley Giles RBI single. Bunts it foul. Looped out to left. Hawkins just went and got it. Big turn by Roman, but she'll stay at second.
This is actually a really good location on this pitch. What Burnham doesn't know is this is actually Salyn Hawkins' wheelhouse. She loves to go down low and hit drop balls that are almost at her ankles. And you can see why. She has success doing it, second hit of the day.
Now up comes Maddie Hubbard. You would think this might be a sacrifice situation for Alabama. There it is. Executed to perfection. by the sophomore Hubbard, 2 in scoring position with 1 out.
And Marley Giles coming up again in a big situation.
Always interesting how it works. Giles moves down in the lineup and is by far the 2 biggest at-bats of the game for Alabama so far. She'll take strike 1. She had the RBI single in the second.
And sometimes moving down in the lineup is all you need. She was in the 4 spot, so much pressure to produce in that spot, and you move down in the lineup, you might get some better pitches, some more hittable pitches, and able to just find your rhythm again.
Well, and keep in mind, that single in the second was on an 0-2. This time she fouls off the first 0-2 she sees. Big spot for Peyton Burnham. Chop to third, it's bobbled. 1 play is to first, and it's not in time. Roman scores, and Alabama leads it 2-0.
This is the pressure that the speed of Alabama puts on you. It's ground ball go. Anna Roman sees the ball on the ground, and she's taking off all the way.
First base is being challenged by Arkansas. The play is under further review.
We've seen this a couple times this weekend on the Arkansas infield where they just lift their head a little too soon, and that is a product of the environment and the speed just making you go a little quicker and causing you to make a mistake.
So the first challenge of the day, issued by Courtney Deifel. Here's a look.
I think this one might be overturned. It looks like it's in the back of the glove right there, but I don't think whether this is overturned or not, Alabama's going to be sad. The run's going to score either way.
Yeah, we've seen a couple overturned that, frankly, were a little bit murkier. But looking at that, I would say
good.
out.
She's been good on her challenges.
To your point, though, no matter what happens at first base, whether that's out number 2 or runners on first and second, a run does score. And on the play, presently, it's an error on McDowell. Here's another look.
That looks a little closer than the other angle.
Well, then you ask the indisputable question. Remember, calling the field was safe. And a major shout out to the Hawkeye technology that gives us those extra crystal clear looks.
Absolutely. I mean, it's what the game deserves.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. The runner was safe. Arkansas has 1 challenge remaining.
And I thought after that second look we had, it was a little more clear that the ball wasn't necessarily in the back of the glove, which is what they're looking for. And I think it was just bang, bang, not enough to overturn.
It does go down as an RBI for Giles, her second today, and an error on Ella McDowell. That is her 3rd this season. Jenna Young is 0 for 1. Fouled out to left field in the second. Swing and a miss. Good response by Burnham for her first strikeout today.
Burnham with a great location on this pitch. Coming back against Jenny Young, getting the strikeout. That rise ball on the edge of the zone. Gets the swing and miss.
Well struck fly out by Lauren Johnson to right her first time up. This time she smokes it towards left, and it is foul. By a whisker, Lauren Johnson just missed a 3-run homer.
She got all of that ball. Just a little early. It's a changeup. It's right over the heart of the plate, and she just gets around it just a little bit.
The 1-2 from Burnham. Johnson hits it off the end of the bat.
I'm loving the 2-strike locations today on both sides of the ball. That pitch just off the inside corner.
Stopped by Davison. The flip will get the third out of the inning. What a web jam up the middle to end the threat.
What a play by Davison, diving to stop potentially 2 runs and get her team back in the dugout. Is that the momentum that Arkansas needs to put a run on the board?
And now Arkansas trying to keep the good vibes going on the diamond.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've always been a fan of Coach Calipari when he was at Kentucky for a long time. If anyone doesn't know, my little brother, basketball player at Kentucky. So teasing my favorite SEC basketball player.
So
But now-
biased.
Oh yeah, no bias here.
That's the 3-time All-American Kaylee Tao. I am 0-time All-American Gray Robertson. It's been an All-American type series between these two teams. Just punch after punch, a heavyweight knockout battle. This is high in the sky from Walker. Vandergriff will make the grab for out number 1.
Well, and someone who doesn't know it yet is going to add an Oscar to their resume today.
That's right. Little do they know the treats that are in store on this magical Sunday. Thank you to the Academy for sending us definitely a real Oscar. As Carly Davison steps in, she's singled back in the 3rd. That was on the first pitch, and again we see Davison, the senior, attack the first pitch and foul it back.
You see the season numbers for Davison. Hits down in that 9 spot, but the batting average up over 400, already tied her home run numbers, past her RBI numbers, the power up a lot. And you think about, well, do I move her out of the 9 spot because her numbers are so good? But she sets the table so well, and sometimes people just relish in that 9 spot and do better down there, having a great year.
One already had the previous relationship with assistant coach DJ Gasso from his days at Utah, Davison's previous school. This will be pitch 70 for Jocelyn Brisky. Payoff to Davison. Stopped by Hubbard. The throw will be late. And Davison is aboard to turn the lineup over yet again with a base hit.
Davison hit this ball so hard into the hole. I thought it was going to get through. Maudie Hubbard does a good job of stopping it, but not able to get up and make the play. That's a single for Davison, who, again, just doing so well this weekend, being aggressive, swinging it hard.
Reagan Johnson is 0 for 2, struck out in the third.
You're looking at the infield, and Salem Hawkins pulled in. Maudie Hubbard also pulled in, knowing that Reagan Johnson, if she just taps it, she can be safe at first.
So how do you combat that on the offensive side if you're Reagan Johnson, seeing the way that the infield and the outfield are laid out?
Well, it almost works not in her favor if she hits it harder. So I think with her, just tapping it on those last 3 inches of the bat, trying to deaden it, and just let your speed do the work.
Well, Brisky has struck her out again. Reagan Johnson couldn't find that inside pitch, and there's 2 down.
Just nothing you can do as a lefty with this inside drop ball. Lefties don't see an inside drop ball very much because it's a difficult location, difficult pitch to throw. Jocelyn Brisky not afraid to challenge Reagan Johnson at that spot.
Freshman Brinley Bain is 0 for 2 with a couple ground outs. They've been hit pretty hard. Trying to give Ella McDowell a shot here in the 5th. Arkansas has had at least one base runner in every inning except the second here today.
Brisky wants this location on the outside part of the plate, but umpire has been consistent. He hasn't been giving that all day long.
Little high on the change that time, 3-1. Struck her out. Look at the energy from Jocelyn Brisky as she keeps Alabama in front 2-0.
Brisky just continues to get better with runners on base. Gets down 3-1, works back for the strikeout, and she is fired up.
Pitcher's duel between Jocelyn Brisky, who's been outstanding, and Peyton Burnham for Arkansas. McDowell and Davison have been strong at the plate for the Razorbacks. Salem Hawkins is 2 for 2. Marley Giles has a couple RBIs. The biggest difference, though, Alabama with 2 hits with runners on. They've been a little bigger than the 1 hit Arkansas has had in that scenario today. And now Burnham, for the 3rd time, has to face the top of the Alabama order: Vandegrift, Wells, and Papillo. And Vandegrift might be out of that little mini slump. A hard line outer last time up, and now a single to start the 5th.
And she's made some physical adjustments as well. The pitches were getting too deep on her. Her last 2 at-bats, she's gotten them a little more out in front. Last time in left center, this time she finds a gap. And Vandegrift, exactly who Alabama needs to get going at this point in the season.
And now, as Welcome to the Show blasts over the loudspeakers at Rhodes, a new pitcher is coming in for Arkansas. We'll tell you who it is when we return. Alabama leading 2-0 in business here in the 5th. Arkansas has made a change, and they will turn to the Game 2 winner in the circle, the freshman Sailor Timmerman.
Timmerman is a drop ball specialist. She was very good yesterday, threw quite a few balls, but worked herself out of some very tough situations. You see there the walk to strikeout ratio. What I'm monitoring is she threw 131 pitches yesterday, so how long can she go, and is fatigue a factor?
And we should note, we did see Robin Heron warming up briefly in the bullpen. But that is not the decision that Coach Deifel makes here. Going with the freshman, who, as you mentioned, threw pretty well. I mean, the stats are the stats. Gave up 6 hits, walked 6, but she made the big pitches in the big moments. Courtney Deifel said pregame she was really proud of how the freshman grew up. But now facing a tough task in Game 3, runner on first, and Brooke Wells at the plate. She is hitless so far today. Vandegrift will easily get to second on the wild pitch. And that is a new catcher, by the way. Kennedy Miller has come in to catch for Timmerman. So Miller behind the dish. Bain has moved to the DP spot, and now Wyckoff is out in right.
See a lot of this too. Timmerman works a lot of ground balls, 68% ground balls to be exact. So for a team like Alabama who likes to swing, likes to elevate the ball, put it over the wall, she's a good matchup because she's able to keep a lot of balls on the infield, and she did that yesterday against Brooke Wells.
Wells this year batting .619 with runners in scoring position, and a lot of speed at second in Audrey Vandegrift.
Timmerman also going to be such a different look from Burnham. Burnham mainly up in the zone. The hitter's just getting in a groove of hitting it out in front and using the correct barrel angle now, and really dropping your hands behind you, try to get on plane with the drop ball. It's a big adjustment for a hitter to go from large amount of rise balls to now seeing mostly drop.
Wells got jammed. Big out for Timmerman. Vandegrift stays where she is with Papillo stepping up. She is also hitless today, a couple flyouts. Smoked up the middle. Vandegrift rounds third. The throw from center is late. Alexis Papillo has driven in another here this weekend, and Alabama leads it 3-0.
I talked about the rise ball masterclass that we're seeing. This is a drop ball masterclass from Alexis Papillo. It's in the zone, it's elevated, it's the pitch that you want, and she is right on time, hits it very hard, right back up the middle, just past Riho, diving behind second. Speed of Vandegrift gonna score all day on that one.
And it extends what is now a 23-game reach base streak for Alexis Papillo. And on the throw in, which has been ruled an error by Miller, Papillo now stands on second for Anna Roman. Got her. What a pitch by Timmerman to bounce back with the K for out number 2.
Could tell Anna Roman wanted to hit with those big swings. Timmerman goes to her rise ball back to back to take advantage of those big swings and get the strikeout.
Now the freshman looking to retire Salen Hawkins for the first time in this game. The Mississippi State transfer is 2 for 2 with a double, a single, and a run. Sharply to first, but Bell is there. It's just the one for Alabama, but the lead is now 3 going to the 6th here in game 3. Supreme all weekend long. She won game 1 with 14 Ks, and she's kept it up in game 3.
Yeah, just continuing to do what she does best. Split the zone up and down. It's her best stuff. She's able to pull hitters by throwing her rise ball and her drop ball. And today, we talked about it, using her changeup a little bit more. She's found so much success this weekend. Seeing a little bit of fire out of her as well. The demeanor there, she's really leading this team this weekend in the circle.
But now she faces the heart of the Arkansas order in a must moment for the visitors. McDowell, Kennedy, and Bell. This is who you want up if you're Courtney Deifel, trying to claw back.
And a stat on that summary that I didn't talk about was the 21 strikeouts to no walks. You're having to earn everything that you're going to get against Brisky because she's not giving up any walks, any free passes.
Jan's given up 2 hits to McDowell. But importantly, both singles, and that's another big difference from game 2. Arkansas had 12 hits, and a ton of those were for extra bases, 7 in fact. Today, 5 hits, all singles for the Razorbacks.
And that's the difference maker, right? Who cares if you give up a single when, if all you're giving up is singles, a team has to put together 3-4 singles to even be able to get a run across versus hits off the wall where...
Well, McDowell said, this ain't a single, this is a solo shot. Ella McDowell gets Arkansas on the board. It's 3-1 Alabama in the 6th.
McDowell heard us talking about the singles, and she was going to change that narrative real quickly. And it was only a matter of time before Ella McDowell inserted herself into the game. She is 3 for 3 today. This time, a big swing, a powerful swing, puts it into the party deck, gets her team on the board.
Is that the spark? The lead is 2 now with Kennedy at the plate. Oh for 2 did reach on a fielder's choice in the 4th. That's just the 3rd home run allowed by Jocelyn Brisky this year.
And I would continue to throw that changeup more and more in these final innings.
Inside out, swing to left. Playable for Johnson, 1 down. In steps Tiana Bell. For 2 with a strikeout, and Kay was in the 4th. The wind is still howling, but we really haven't seen it affect the game all that much.
Well, the McDowell hit was going to go out whether there was wind or not, and not a lot of other balls have been elevated 200 feet where they had a chance to get out.
Three-1 to Bell. High, and that is the first walk of the weekend for Jocelyn Brisky. Tying run will come to the plate for Arkansas here in the 6th.
We'll see pitching coach Lance McMahon come out to the mound, I think just because of the uncharacteristicness of the walk. Really asking Brisky probably what she's most comfortable with right now, being as you're facing these hitters now for the 5th, 6th time this weekend. What's feeling good and what does she want to throw? Because that's the most important thing. It's what are you feeling good with and what are you most confident in at this point?
Well, in action in the Alabama pin, there's the fantastic freshman Vic Moten, who did have a rough game too. Patrick Murphy said he liked her mentality today, coming back after that Saturday tough appearance against Arkansas.
He also said this is Championship Sunday and we will have all hands on deck ready at any point during this game, because he knows the importance of winning a series on both sides. Arkansas is going to have their arms ready and Alabama is going to have their arms ready.
So the tying run is Kaylee Wyckoff, who's 1 for 2. Well, and the other aspect of this, especially knowing Coach Deifel, knowing this program and watching yesterday, you knew at some point Arkansas was going to make a push.
Oh, absolutely. All they do is respond. Yesterday, they just kept punching back when they would get punched, and so it's only a matter of time today before, first of all, they made the adjustment against Jocelyn Brisky once you've seen her so many times, and also just wanting to win.
There is a pinch runner at first for Bell. That's the junior Casey Wood. Wyckoff to center, initially misread by Vandergriff, and now trying to double up Wood. She won't be able to, but that got a little hairy. 2 down.
Well, you mentioned the wind hasn't been a factor yet. The wind might have been a little factor here. These balls are the toughest to play in the outfield. They're a line drive coming right at you. Do you go in? Do you go back? And Vandergriff, so good out there and so speedy, able to recover, get the out.
Good base running by Wood, too, getting back very quickly. Now Italia Rijo. Pop out and a strikeout looking on her ledger today. Arkansas 1 for 10 in this game with runners on. 101 today for Brisky. Leads to strikeout number 8.
Jocelyn Brisky wants to win this series and win herself an Oscar in the process. She is putting together an Oscar-worthy performance, and she's fired up.
3 of this epic series between number 9 Arkansas and number 6 Alabama. Tide looking for a little insurance here in the bottom of the 6th, and they've done just more damage, period, with runners on today. You look at those stats, frankly, not a ton of difference, but 2 of the 3 Alabama hits have brought in runs. Arkansas's 1 did not.
Think about the recipe for success in the SEC. It's consistent pitching, consistent defense, and the timely hit. That's what's going to get you a win, and Alabama has found the timely hit so far today.
Now looking for a response after the McDowell solo homer in the 6th. And a little extra cushion, 6, 7, 8. Sailor Timmerman has been really good here this weekend for Arkansas. Got out of a bit of a jam in the 5th. Bloop to second, and Davison makes the grab for out number 1. Good day for Marley Giles, 1 for 2 with a couple RBIs. And just like her previous 2 at-bats, quickly an 0-2 count.
Yeah, she's been getting behind in the count, but battles really well when her back is against the wall. Some hitters are better with 2 strikes.
This time, Timmerman wins the battle. Second strikeout in relief, 2 away.
You could tell a pitch that Marley Giles wasn't expecting. This one, it's a drop ball, but it's elevated. Gets the swing and miss, and Timmerman just been so good this weekend. She's had a few moments, but she's gotten better when she needs to. And, you know, this inning very important for both teams. If Alabama was to extend their lead going into the 7th, they're feeling more comfortable. And for Timmerman, it's you want to slam the door, get your team right back in the dugout after they just scored 1 in the 6th.
And Patrick Murphy goes to the bench and brings out the power. Freshman Ambry Taylor out of Jasper, Alabama. Taylor is 0 for 1 with an RBI in this series. That's smoke to right. Ambry Taylor into the brickyard. One of those moments where Patrick Murphy looks like a genius. The freshman with a solo shot.
Talked about Alabama needing to extend their lead and add some insurance. It comes from the pinch hitter, the freshman, Ambry Taylor. She lets a drop ball on the outside corner get deep and hits it right back where it came from with so much power, puts it into the brickyard. Statement made by Ambry Taylor. Every right to be excited after you've waited all weekend for your opportunity and you cash in.
It is the 4th home run this year and the 12th RBI for the freshman, who has been that reliable, scary bat coming out of a dugout. And crucially, just the 3rd home run allowed by Timmerman. One of the reasons that we've been impressed by her performance is her ability to keep the ball down and keep it in the yard.
Well, I talked about her ground ball rate. She rolls almost 70% ground balls because of the location of these drop balls and how hitters can't really get underneath it and elevate it. But Ambry Taylor's swing is built for that pitch. She gets underneath the ball, stays in her legs, and so much power, puts it into the wind, into the jet stream. That one was leaving the yard off the bat.
Now a 3-0 count on Lauren Johnson. And that's too low. A 4-pitch walk turns the lineup over, and now if you're Alabama, you feel like you've really got a chance to pad the lead.
Absolutely, and You know, the right field foul pole at Rhodes Stadium, 2 outs, so what? And I know that's ingrained into this program. You can still do a lot and produce a lot with 2 outs. Who cares? Get a rally going.
Much better day for Audrey Vandegrift. She was take all the way. 1 for 2, a walk in the first. She singled and scored in the 5th, and even the out was well struck. A liner out to left field.
If I'm Vandegrift, I'm taking until I get a strike. You don't want to let Timmerman off the hook with 6 straight balls.
There's that strike, 2-1. That home run by Taylor, by the way, the first of the weekend for Alabama on offense.
Alabama fans not happy about that last call. I like the location of that pitch. Nice job battling, spoiling some good pitches.
Full count after that pitch in the dirt. Ball 4. Two straight walks from Timmerman will bring out Courtney Deifel. And Alabama is locked and loaded with Brooke Wells about to step in.
I think this is just a strategic conversation with Coach Deifel and Saylor Timmerman. Knowing Brooke Wells is at the plate. Timmerman has had a lot of success against her, and really just level setting. What do you want to throw? What do you feel good with? Making sure they're both on the same page.
And keep in mind, this inning started fairly quickly. 3-pitch pop out, 3-pitch strikeout. Timmerman's rolling, and then the solo homer followed by back-to-back walks. And now Brooke Wells, who has not reached today, steps in. Skied on the right side. Nice job by Davison tracking it down to end the inning. But Ambry Taylor made a statement.
The freshman extends the lead for Alabama going into the 7th inning. We'll see if Arkansas has any fight left in them on the other side.
Alabama 3 outs away from taking the series against Arkansas. They lead it 4-1. And this series is important for both sides because look at everybody else. Another sweep for Florida, another sweep for Texas, a sweep for Oklahoma. Tennessee won the series at Mississippi State. So Alabama trying to keep pace. Arkansas trying to as well. They don't want to fall to 3-3 in the league, and we've seen the Razorbacks show great fight all weekend. They'll need it one more time from 8-9-1 in the order. And Kennedy Miller fouls off the first pitch. It's Miller, Davison, and Johnson. And certainly if you're Courtney Deifel, you're hoping that this trio can set the stage to get either McDowell or Kennedy up as the tying run.
Absolutely, you want to see Kennedy Miller, Carly Davison do their job, roll the lineup over, get on base, put somebody in scoring position to where your best hitters can come up with an opportunity to change the game. And if today is anything like yesterday, this game far from over. I know you can pull on that experience from last weekend against Georgia and from yesterday.
We've seen Miller a lot this series. Started the first 2 games, 1 for 6 here this weekend. An average at 281 on the year. And new outfield for Alabama. Vandergriff in left, Kristen White in center, Pruitt back and right. Swing and a miss. Nothing the outfield needed to do right there. Strikeout number 9 for Jocelyn Brisky.
Brisky just keeps getting better, uses her drop ball, skips the dirt. Marley Giles comes up with it. Lead off the 7th inning with a big strikeout, her 9th of the day.
The trouble has been getting out Carly Davison. 2 for 2 with a pair of singles in the 3rd and 5th.
That is a great location. Catella just fooled Carly Davison as a drop ball on the inside half.
Another double digits for Jocelyn Brisky.
You see the setup. She changes Davison's eye level with the rise ball and then comes back underneath her hands with that inside drop ball. She got the check swing on it earlier, throws it again for the strikeout.
1 out away from a series win. The red carpet has been rolled out for Brisky, and she'll try and slam the door against a pinch hitter for Arkansas, Kyler Del Duca, the freshman from California. First pitch is well foul, but well struck. Del Duca is 2 for 6 on the year. 3 RBIs and a double.
Brisky trying to get Del Duca to swing at something in the dirt. 3-2, going to force her to throw a strike.
Boy, the freshman is fighting with everything she's got to stay alive.
Just doing everything she can. Just got a piece of it, hit it off her shin, not even phased.
is popped up, and it will get into the crowd. This is really good stuff from the freshman, Kyler Del Duca, trying to keep the game and the weekend alive for the Razorbacks. Ball 4. An impressive walk drawn by the pinch hitter, and Arkansas stays alive. The tying run moves to the on-deck circle.
Really good at bat there from Del Duca. Fouled off some tough pitches. And that's the thing when you're in a situation like this where it's 2 outs, you're down by 3 runs. The mindset on the offensive side is if no one makes the last out, we're going to win this game. So that's all you have to do. Don't make the last out. Find a way to get on base.
Brinley Bain. Oh for 3 with a strikeout. Giles will go have a word with Brisky. And again, the tying run is on deck, but that tying run is Ella McDowell. Really hard to overstate how impressive that plate appearance was by Del Duca. Reagan Johnson's back in with her speed, but that was really well done by the freshman to draw that walk.
Absolutely, and if you're Jocelyn Brisky, you're going after Brinley Bain right now, although that's not an easy task either. But the last thing you want to do is bring McDowell to the plate with 2 runners on.
In the air to left, Johnson backs up, she makes the catch! It's a Hollywood weekend for Jocelyn Brisky, and Alabama takes down Arkansas 2-1 in this top 10 series.
This series did not disappoint all the way around. Alabama wins their 2nd straight series, won last weekend against Ole Miss, and this weekend they outlast the Razorbacks to get the series win. Capped off by this play out in left field. Audrey Vandegrift, she's home, she knows her field, makes that one look easy. Caps off a great weekend for the Tide.
And a round of applause to both sides. This series delivered, the hype was real, and these 2 teams, both top 10 teams, they met the moment in every way.
Well, we've made the Oscar jokes all day, but seriously, it was Oscar worthy. These 2 teams put their best on the field, and it was a dogfight all the way around. Fun for us to watch.
Alabama takes game 3, 4-1 over Arkansas. We will wrap up what's been an incredible weekend on the other side. Don't go anywhere, folks. Game 3 to wrap up an incredible weekend in Tuscaloosa. Alabama wins the series 2-1. They beat Arkansas 4-1 to cap the weekend. Gray Robertson and Kaylee Tao in the booth. Pleased to be joined by Jocelyn Brisky, who threw 2 incredible games in the circle. Jocelyn, congratulations on just a remarkable weekend. What is it about your game where you seem to rise to the occasion in the biggest moments so far this year?
Yeah, first of all, Arkansas, they're a great team. I mean, they have some really tough hitters, probably some of the toughest that we've faced this season. So just a really great challenge out there. And I really think just being able to mix things up, you know, not sit on a pitch too long, be able to go up, be able to go down, and then mix in a changeup here and there. And then today really kind of just relied on my defense, tried to roll a lot of ground balls, and they made every play out there.
Your defense has been good, but your offense has been good as well. What does that mean for you as a pitcher when you know your offense is going to put up numbers?
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. We have a phenomenal offense, you know, and it kind of takes the pressure off me, you know, go out there, just throw strikes. And I mean, you have Ambry Taylor who comes off the bench and hits a home run. I mean, this lineup is just stacked. This team is just stacked, so it's really awesome to have.
You took a bit of a punch yesterday in game 2 of this series. What does it say about you and your teammates, the way that you responded here in game 3 against Arkansas?
Yeah, I mean, we know what the SEC is like. I mean, you're not going to go out there and sweep or go undefeated the whole season. So, you know, they punched back. They had a really great game, and we knew that we had to kind of leave it to yesterday. Those runs don't roll over today. Murph tells us that a lot. And so, new day out here, all of us tried to forget about it, and we just played our game.
Joss, I know it's Power of Pink today, and your mom has had a battle with cancer. Wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about it if you want to.
Yeah, my sophomore year of high school, my mom was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer, and she had to undergo chemotherapy and radiation for about 2 years. And it's just awesome to be able to play for her, come out here, and to be able to support her. It's awesome that we do Power of Pink, and it really just means a lot to me. I mean, that game was for her today.
Really, really incredible. Well, before we let you go, Jocelyn, we have to present you an award. It's Oscars Sunday, so we've got a tiny Oscar for you as the star of the game.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations on a wonderful weekend, and best of luck the rest of the year.
Thank you.
That is your Oscar winner, Jocelyn Brisky, the winning pitcher for Alabama on Friday and Sunday to cap off just an epic series between two heavyweights in the SEC. These two teams are going to make a lot of noise the rest of the year. What a weekend for our entire crew. For my partner, Kaylee Tao, the 3-time All-American, and our entire SEC Network crew, everyone in the truck, all the camera folks, everyone in venue, I'm Gray Robertson saying so long from Tuscaloosa, where the final score of Game 3 is Alabama 4, Arkansas 1, and Mattia takes the series 2-1. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been a presentation of the SEC Network. Have a great afternoon. See you next time, everybody.